All right, folks, this is Father's Day update number 2. I hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday. Huge shout out to all the dads out there. I know that it is for sure the best thing that's ever happened to me, besides meeting my lovely wife and just being able to procreate, have something here to work for. You know, everybody wants the tip, the hack, what's the best thing that I can do to grow my business and, make some money. Sounds counterintuitive, but produce some offspring. Okay, that sets a new level of responsibility for yourself. And I know, just speaking on my behalf, what I've done and experienced, as soon as I knew that I had to provide for someone other than myself, and that was going to be, my children, that is what helped me kick it into high gear. And we've never let up since. We've just been hammering down for the last 3 years here, and we're going to continue. If you guys appreciate what I do over here, please make sure that you like all my videos. Help me out by sharing it out far and wide. Tell your friends and family. And all of our resources are available at zachrector.com. Now, I want to make this a quick update. I know everybody's working. I'm about to hop on the grill, so let's get straight to it. By the way, on Twitter, I just put out a post asking what everybody's grilling up for this Father's Day. So make sure you guys head on over to X, follow me there, and show me what you guys are grilling up and eating on this Father's Day. Let's roll. Speaking of what we're eating, you better stock up while we got it. Following Serbia, Denmark is now calling on the population to stock up on emergency food rations, water, medicines, and iodine tablets. So the president of Serbia said that we were going to be at World War III in the next 3 to 4 months. And now we have Denmark following suit saying, let's stock it up. We've been saying stock it up for 3 years now. And we're going to continue to stock it up. And we're going to continue to stack it up. Not just the metals, not just XRP, but we've been doing the food, the prepping, and the whole 9 yards. And you want to have a program, you want to have a plan. I don't need to know what the Black Swan event's going to be. I don't need to know what's going to cause the lights to go out or who's to blame for the cyber attack. All I need to know is whether or not I got a plan in place to take care of the fam. So make sure we're getting it done. We have presidents and countries around the world that are starting to have this conversation themselves. Now, a conversation towards the new system finally being acknowledged here by Larry Fink as including distributed ledger technology. And Larry Fink is, of course, the CEO of BlackRock. And in this quote right here, he says, today, the G7 average debt to GDP ratio is 129%. No matter how much we tax, how much we cut or reduce that debt, it will not be enough. This is why building new infrastructure is critical, especially through public-private partnerships. And so we've been talking about this. How do you solve the debt, currency, and liquidity crisis? Well, of course, we can reduce spending. As someone who, focuses on sales, focuses on business, and I mostly focus on growth, right? I don't really focus too much on the budget of my companies. What I mostly focus on is how do I just go make more? And I think that this is where many of these guys find themselves. They have terrible balance sheets. Remember, the commercial banks in the United States have over, 600 billion? 700 billion of unrealized losses on their balance sheet. This debt's coming due, significant problem. And even if we do get cuts, we just have gone too far. And so this is where you strategically acquire assets that you're going to be able to ride up. And that's why they're stacking gold at a pace that we haven't seen in 50 years at the central banks. This is why we're seeing all of the BRICS nations, the 59 new countries wanting to join BRICS, move to DLT, neutral bridge currencies, neutral trade systems outside of the US dollar. They're dumping our dollars as reserves, but then they're filling up the coffers and filling up the vaults with gold, silver, and they're structuring deals in the commodities that these countries control, produce, and that's how they're going to run this new economy. Now, as far as getting their piece of the pie, we know that BlackRock's the largest asset manager in the world, and they want to maintain that, but they're also looking for new ways for themselves to make money. They've gone in on Bitcoin. They've ate up a large share of the Bitcoin ETF space. I forget how many hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin BlackRock now holds, but we're also seeing what they did here with their new stock exchange that they're suggesting. BlackRock partnering up with Citadel Securities, one of the largest market makers in the space, to create the Texas Stock Exchange Group. Officially announces plan to create the Texas Stock Exchange with approximately 120 million of capital raised, which is nothing for these guys. That's just one phone call for them. They got a lot more to back that up. The Texas Stock Exchange is expected to be the most well-capitalized exchange entrance to file a registration with the U.S. SEC. Now, I was talking about this with my Discord group yesterday in our Discord weekly call that we have every single Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you're looking to get in there, it's zachrector.com. Sign up through Patreon to get access to Discord, and you can join us where I sit down with my group every single Saturday. But I was talking about the only reason why they'd be talking and planning and registering and raising funds for a new stock exchange is if we were going to see the old one get cleaned out, have a little bit of a correction. And we're seeing that with the Roaring Kitty saga and everything that's being exposed in our stock market, the derivatives. We don't even know how many derivatives we have. It's the shadow asset class. And this is all coming due. It's all getting exposed. And they're finally admitting that the new system is going to be 24/7, 365 real-time settlement, DLT technology, and BlackRock and Citadel making sure that they're going to get a piece of that action. And in fact, it's not enough to get a piece. They want to control it. And you guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about BlackRock and XRP, because from what I'm hearing, the whispers that I'm hearing, BlackRock does have a little bit of an interest in XRP, and we eventually will see an XRP ETF. You guys let me know. This is Brad Garlinghouse at Apex. XRP drops, huge shout out. The most important 5.89 seconds, that's interesting. 589 seconds by Brad Garlinghouse at XRP Ledger Apex 2024. I might play this one 2 times for those that need to hear it in the back. Anything we do in mind of how do we make sure XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here. Let's listen in.
Anything we do in mind of how do we make sure XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here. Anything we do in mind of how do we make sure XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here.
All right, so this is very clear. It doesn't get more clear than this, right? I've been saying in the video that I dropped this morning, Ripple is thriving, and I was talking about how Brad Garlinghouse himself has said that XRP is the heartbeat of Ripple. So how is Ripple thriving if XRP isn't doing well and isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot better? And like I said, he's not going to keep dissing Dogecoin. He's not going to keep making fun of the memes. He's not going to keep calling out Ethereum unless we're about to go make them look silly. He's not going to keep on reiterating the XRP. The intention here is to make sure that XRP is as successful as possible for everyone. That's not just focused on the biggest institutions in the world. That's not just focused on the dozens of central bank partners that they got. That's also making sure that the tools and utility is available for the retail level as well. And that's exactly what's happening on the XRP ledger right now is we're getting utilities on the layer 1, decentralized, and anybody can have access to these tools that Ripple is building and making sure that the XRP ledger has for the largest institutions. That's their target. But it's also available for us as well, making sure that XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here. That also translates into, we know we're making money off of XRP. We want to make sure that everybody else is making money off of XRP as well, right? I mean, please translate that in any other way, right? We want to make sure that XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here. Does that mean that Ripple and Brad and Chris are the only ones that are going to be getting rich off of XRP? No. We got some beautiful things coming, and I'm telling you right now, folks, this case is about to be closed. It's about to be shut. Ripple's going to cut a little check, which for them, even if it is a couple $100 million, that's a little check for them, and that's going to be an easy one. We got Jeremy Hogan providing a little bit of clarity here, though, right? There's been so much confusion. Is the SEC trying to settle up? Do they only want 100 million? No. As I reported on earlier, that is not the case. They are not looking to settle. A little bit of clarity from our good friend Jeremy Hogan here. Huge shout out to Jeremy. The SEC isn't requesting a penalty of 102 million. It's arguing that even applying Ripple's logic to the Terra settlement, the penalty should be 102 million. Also, what are the chances? And you can listen here. He predicted that the settlement, or sorry, not the settlement, but the fine would be 100 million. Let's listen.
Personal to them. And anyway, that's my call. $100 million and an injunction as to the institutional sales.
So there's the call from Jeremy Hogan, $100 million fine penalty and a injunction on institutional sales, which means that they wouldn't be able to sell to institutions going forward. Now, this is going to be interesting because if we do get the green light from Judge Torres that says, yeah, the way that you're selling it to your ODL clients, that's good to go. But your other institutional sales, we are going to issue an injunction. Now, she combined ODL and institutional sales in the initial summary judgment ruling that XRP in and of itself is not a security, but institutional sales, including ODL, are investment contracts. Is she going to split the baby in this ruling when she determines what the disgorgement is going to be, what the penalty is going to be? That's my hope. That's my prayer. Because if we get signed off on ODL, we're the only cryptocurrency project in the space that has literally a sign off, a green light on the business model using XRP as well. So we'll know that one, XRP in and of itself is not a security, but two, the way that Ripple's doing it with ODL is not a security either. So Ripple can continue making money, continue building liquidity on the XRP ledger in the way that they've been doing it, and everybody, it's the best of both worlds. Like Brad Garlinghouse said, we can make sure that XRP is successful for everyone. And Jeremy Hogan kind of reiterating, obviously I'm not a lawyer, but I've been just, between the red folder and following this Ripple case for the last 3 years, I've gotten to learn a lot about the securities laws and everything about this case. And so that was my initial interpretation too, was that the SEC was saying, if we use the argument that Ripple's making here, the fine would still be $102 million. Not saying we want the fine to be $102 million, but if we are using Ripple's own logic, then we would be at $100 million. But they did say at the end that that doesn't include the civil penalty either. So like I said in my video earlier today, they want more than 100 million. Are they going to get that? Unlikely. 50, 100 million, easy check. We go about our business. We're going to be well on our way. And we're going to be positioned better than any other cryptocurrency in the entire space for this bull run. What does that translate into price-wise? Higher than 50 cents. I'll let you guys let me know in the comments down below what we're going to do this bull run. But it's looking good. It's looking better than ever. Ripple reiterating what their focus is. XRP is the heartbeat of Ripple, but they're also going to make sure that XRP is going to be successful for everyone involved. So I'm still here. I haven't lost any faith, any conviction. In fact, the fundamentals only continue to get better from my perspective. You guys let me know in the comments down below on the way out. I would appreciate it if you tap it for me. Make sure you guys have subscribed, hit that notification bell if you're new here. And everything is at my website, zachrector.com. Check the links on down below, including supporting our good friend John Deaton to dethrone Elizabeth Warren. It's all on my website. We'll see you in the next one. God bless. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.